The Atelier franchise is a long-running Japanese RPG series that got its start on the PlayStation back in 1997 with the release of Atelier Marie the Alchemist of Salzburg. The games tend to be relatively light-hearted and humorous affairs, with a strong focus on recipe collecting and item crafting. Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout preserves the series' whimsy and gaiety while also making noticeable changes to the item crafting system, visual style and battles. But if you dig a little bit deeper, it becomes apparent that this adventure role-playing game literally has nothing to do with the rest of the Atelier series. The premise is pretty simple. Players will find themselves taking on a role of Ryza, a girl who together with her friends dreams of getting out of her native village. And luckily, such a chance turns up for her. One day, Ryza and her friends finally decide to go on their first adventure and explore the Forbidden Island beyond. However, the urge to protect the world from the attack of the beastly creatures from the underworld arises. Thus, accompanied by the alchemist and some other new friends, Ryza is about to go through the summer adventure that she will never forget. This entry is worth playing thanks to a more realistic picture alone. Visually, Atelier Ryza puts greater emphasis on light and shadows than previous games. It retains the series' colorful anime aesthetic, but also introduces dynamic lighting to bring the world to life. While the game is set during the summer, the stronger lighting and shadowy contrasts are there to help capture the feel of the season. At the same time, the game has rightfully faced certain backlash from fans, since the PC version is exclusively Xbox gamepad compatible. Therefore, you can only play with a keyboard through a third-party program. This is not the first such experiment from Key or EI Tecmo. Neo and Dynasty Warriors 9 didn't have the mouse support either, but at least they were keyboard-friendly. Nevertheless, the game is an utterly relaxing experience. Everything is quite cute and cozy. And that's considering the fact that one of the major slices of the gameplay is to have young inexperienced people chopping the local fauna into pieces. And yeah, apparently Ryza will no longer stumble on the bushes and exist apart from the environment, since the developers have fixed some game world mechanics issues. Fighting is turn-based, and the main feature of the series is a pretty advanced crafting system, one of the best in the whole industry. Though one might feel discouraged from using precious crafted items during combat because they are consumable and finite, Atelier Ryza alleviates that concern through the use of core charges. Once an item is crafted, you consume core charges to use them in battle, rather than depleting the item itself. With this system, you can use items much more liberally, as the item is never truly lost after use. Core charges, much like tactics levels and AP, can be earned through combat as well, so you can be less conscientious about using items. The plot is traditionally a little slurred. The game almost never explains anything about the world around you. Well, sort of like in Maruru. You go through an ancient Cyclopean city, which was abandoned many centuries ago, and you yourself actually live in a village next door. Like what? Overall, Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout is a fantastic gaming experience. If you've been turned off the series after its predecessor's technical issues and have been waiting for something that runs and looks great, this is it. Atelier Ryza is by far the best looking and running Atelier game ever. The gameplay enhancements make it more welcoming to the point where it can be safely recommended to anyone alongside Atelier Sophie as the best entry point into Gust's excellent franchise. With so many JRPGs remaining stagnant or trying to appeal to the masses, Atelier Ryza stands tall amongst its peers as a truly amazing experience. Whether you're a fan of the series or just a JRPG enthusiast, you need to play this masterpiece.
冒険。今行くと決めなきゃ何も始まらないでしょ。私たちだけの秘密の隠れ家を作るよ。
どうやって隠れ家が出来上がっていくのか興味は湧いたかも。助 けを求める女の子を守って戦うか。
私もみんなと冒険に。
本書は未練の遺言なり。
これはお前たちの故郷を救うためだ。これが私の第一歩なんだ。大丈夫、ライザはちゃんとできる。
僕だって変わったつもりだからね。
言ったろ、仲間だって。
これが異界への門。またこの空をみんなで見上げようね。さあ出発よ。やあ、もう一度。いいの？できそうな予感。セーフだしバッチリ。いくよいくよ。
行くぞ。
いろいろ降ってこい。
ここまで来た。
つまりあれが。さあここで終わらせよう。何もかも。この戦いはなんてことない当たり前のものを守る私たちだけの戦い。ライザのアトリエ、常闇の女王と秘密の隠れ家。